Welcome to another episode of Vaughan Is Local. Today, we are happy to be joined by Linda Davis from Chiodo Davis and Company,
Hello.
which is not just an awesome bookkeeping company, but also our neighbor and co-liver in our office space, which I'm sure we'll talk about later. Co-liver lives with us. I don't know. What do you say? Co-inhabitant? I'm using big words. There's a small word that I can't think of for this, but anyway.
Okay.
Whatever. The person who happens to have the office across the hall from my office.
Yes.
How about that?
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, anyway, that was the big intro. Thanks
Hi.
for coming.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Why don't you tell us a bit about what Chiodo Davis and Co. does?
Yes. So Chiodo Davis and Co. is a bookkeeping company exclusive to real estate agents. So we specialize and we focus strictly on agents. A lot of people, I think, don't realize that real estate agents are a business, right? Like they work for themselves, but they're an actual business and they need to control their finances and, know the day to day on what they're spending, right? So especially when there's that young agent or that new agent that comes in and sells a property and is like, oh my God, I just made $15,000. And they think like that's great, they made 15,000, but when you factor in all these expenses, right, whether it's gifting, marketing, signs, storage, like real estate fees, they actually come home with maybe 8 or 6. And a lot of these agents are just spending, and what our focus is basically trying to manage and control and try to make them more money at the same time, right? So we do their books.
Yeah, I mean, we've gone on about this to agents ourselves, just about that understanding of a dollar isn't just a dollar when you take it in. And so it's so important that, like you said, there's not just a bookkeeper who takes the shoebox of receipts and tells you what the numbers are for your taxes, but also understands what this industry is.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And that's what happens in most cases. Real estate agents at the end of the year will go to their tax person, hand them that box, and they just put everything together and say, okay, this is what you owe, or this is what you're getting back. Whereas for us, we're giving you financials every month. You know what you're spending and you know what you're bringing in. Right. And because with real estate, especially in this market, when all these prices are going crazy, and you can make $45,000 on a deal, but you're not really making 45,000. And, maybe at the end of the year, you can actually, when you go through your P&L, you can actually see like, oh my God, I spent way too much on marketing. Maybe there's a more efficient way that I can do this, right? Or maybe the real estate brokerage I'm at is actually taking way more than I would want to give, right? And, like there's so many different aspects to it, and like you can actually see it on paper.
So if somebody wanted to start working with you, what would be the first steps to get started?
So first steps, so what I'd like to do is when they come in, I set up, it's what's called a chart of accounts, right? So it's like how they want to see it, how they want to see their business. A lot of people want to see it in different ways, whereas a lot of some clients that we have want to see income on like where they're selling. So where their revenues come from, whether it's Vaughan or Mississauga, we could set it up that way. We could do commercial, residential. A lot of people don't care. So we sit with everybody. We discuss how they want to see their numbers every month. We create that basic like chart of accounts for them. And in most cases, we just take that shoebox and we just put everything in. Once we do that, every month, our clients will receive a full financial statement on everything that happened in that month. Sales, expenses, and they get that every month.
So do they give you info then? Like once the initial chart of accounts is made, is it just then once a month they'll send you like an email, or do they bring you a new shoebox? Or
no, so we actually have a courier system. So once your stuff is ready, you leave it at your front, whether it's at your home or at your office. We will come pick it up. We will enter everything in. We will take copies. You keep your originals, and we just send that back to you, and we enter everything every month. Bank statements, like we do everything. We, because a lot of agents will have a separate bank account. We do full bank statements. We basically do the whole thing. We are your finance team for you.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really
Cool.
cool.
So if somebody, and this happens, and we've seen it in the past, if somebody has issues dating from long ago, let's say somebody has neglected to do their taxes,
Right.
they've got outstanding whatever, shoe
Yes.
boxes that go for more than just the last 6 months.
Yes.
Can you help those people who have just neglected even looking at their finances at all?
Oh, absolutely. We've done that already a few times where we've had agents come and say, I haven't done anything in the last 3 years. And we've had to like scramble and get those 3 years done. We are full stop. In those cases, we have a team of people and we put everything on hold and we focus on that. We try to get agents as up to date as possible. We want them to get their money. And we do everything. Like, it's not just bookkeeping. Like, we do their HST. A lot of agents have a team of people where they have assistants or whatever. We'll do payroll for them. Like, it's having your own finance team. We do everything. Now, I just want you to know this. I have been in real estate since I was 16 years old. That is my first job. It has been my passion forever. And so, my life just led me into a finance direction and away from real estate, but I've always had my hand in it. Always, whether it's like buying or selling, like this is my passion. And so I just mix the two together, and it just brings me so much joy. I know that sounds so crazy, but I just love real estate. And if I can help all these agents, and it's like just amazing to see all these different agents from different companies, like just what they do, it's just so interesting.
So if an agent is right now kind of lost in the woods with their own finances, maybe they've never given it any thought, maybe they do hand it to their own person, but they haven't really thought big picture, what's one free from Chiodo Davis & Co. piece of advice that you can give them to start getting their act together and start preparing for doing it the right way? If they just haven't been organized, they haven't been doing anything.
Well, that's the key. I have severe OCD. Organization is the absolute first thing you need to do. Just get everything together. Just put it all down. Like, just take everything, visa statements, like just get everything organized together in one spot by year, right? And just hand it over. Like, that being organized is the best thing. Like, honestly, I think also if you're going to have your own business, right, real estate, just get everything separate. Like, a lot of people use like their same bank accounts. Don't, like, get a separate one, like use that one visa or two visas specifically for real estate. Just organize yourself. Like, it is so important to be organized. Like, you don't realize how important it is. Like, it really is. Just get everything together in one, and we will do the rest. Like, you just put it there and we will do the rest.
So what do you think is the most common issue you've seen, like mistake that agents have made?
So a lot of agents do things. It's a hustle and bustle. They're just always on the go, right? They're always doing something. And so a lot of times they're spending and they're not, whether it's saving a receipt or they're not keeping track. So we've had so many people that look at their stuff and they're like, I've spent way more than this. Right? But you're not getting anything back if you can't just keep it. So a lot of people they're just, because everyone is all over the place, they're just disorganized. They're not keeping that stuff together.
So, okay, all the realtors out there, and there's lots of them, as you know, in Ontario and Toronto, who are now dying to contact you because they just realized they don't know their own finances and they need some help. So how do they get in touch with you when they want to use your service?
Well, they can go on our website, which is chiododavis.com. So CHIODO Davis, DAVIS.com. And all our contact info is there.
Perfect.
Awesome. And when they want to follow you, I mean, we follow you.
Me too.
And it's Chiodo Davis.
I hope you do.
At Chiodo Davis.
I follow you.
Yeah. And do people, like, do you do, I guess with all of this going on with COVID, are you doing mostly everything through by email and on phone, by phone, or
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but if we do need to pick anything up, it would obviously be contactless. So we'll still go in the offices. A lot of offices have been closed, so we've been doing everything through email.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
Nice.
Cool. Well,
thank you.
Thanks for coming.
People are gonna be flocking to you now.
Oh, I hope so. I want to help.
You'll have more shoe boxes than a Foot Locker.
Just know that it doesn't matter if a real estate agent thinks they make too little to have a finance person or too much. Nothing's too little. You are an agent, even if you're just starting out and you haven't sold a property yet. We're still here for you and we can help.
Well, and it's like you said, it's not just about showing them what happened, but this is the tool they need to plan for what's going to come. Right?
Absolutely.
So
absolutely. This will help them make more money. And that is what real estate agents want. Like, that's what we all want.
Yeah.
It is a good thing. I don't mind it.
Awesome. Thanks.
Right. Well,
thank you.
And let's start packing our shoe boxes.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Bye.
Okay, bye guys.